what you mean what you say. As always, I'm Cordell.
Marqus.
E-Rob.
Damn, man.
Oh, Jesus. I'm Deuce.
I'm Brian. And our topic of the day.
Ass.
Right? Our topic of the day is when is it too early to put your rookie quarterback in?
Or when is the perfect time to play a rookie?
However you want to frame it.
However, yep.
There's a lot of factors with this. This was a question that I wanted to talk about. Considering the Commanders, my favorite team, has a rookie quarterback. This was relevant.
Like
this
8 other teams in the league, bro.
Because you're
It was not. Yeah. It ain't got nothing to do with the conversation.
On, you know, he's all
No, he ain't gonna, bro, because they not starting Mariota. They not starting Mariota.
You understand? I was laying the foundation for
Technically, we all are storytellers.
I was talking about rookie quarterbacks because I got one. So when you talk about rookie quarterbacks, and you think about the situation, you have to think about you have to think about the quarterback who you have on your roster already. You have to think about the situation that you throw in said quarterback in, whether you're giving him weapons and such like Caleb Williams, retooling like the Commanders are, or if you throw him like a Bryce Young last year, you kind of just, it is what it is, working what you got, right? Thinking about the pressures even of your organization, like the Bears, for example. Everybody's job in their front office is hinged upon whether or not Caleb Williams succeeds. So he's gonna be out there, and obviously he should be out there, right? I feel like there are a lot of factors for why a particular rookie quarterback should start. J.J. McCarthy and Sam Darnold, for example. Sam Darnold is still trying to fight for a job, but over in New England, you have Jacoby Brissett, who is a vet. You know what his ceiling is. You know he's gonna get you on the field. Are you gonna start him over Drake May? Have that consistency and let Drake develop, or you're just gonna throw your quarterback in there, get your reps in, and do what you gotta do. That's why I want to talk about it, just because there's a wide spectrum. I feel like for why you would make the decision that you would make.
All right. With that being the table being set, I'm going to go through each individual quarterback, and we'll just knock it out that way.
All the first round picks.
Yes. Caleb Williams.
He's gonna be starting.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And he should be starting.
But I think it should be, it should be identified how the Bears set him up for success early on, because not a lot of teams do that. And this is one of those rare years where you had the number 1 overall pick and you had $100 million in free agency, and they spent it wisely. They obviously approached the offseason trying to help out their rookie quarterback, who they already knew they were going to get. They try to help him out as much as they can, getting DeAndre Swift, getting Keenan Allen, bringing in Gerald Everett,
Getting rid of Justin Fields
as well. Yes. So they set him up for success, similar to what Houston did last year for Stroud.
Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, he gonna start. He got no choice. Who else gonna start?
Marcus Mariota.
Like I said, who else gonna start?
Okay. I shall move on.
I like your time.
Who was the third quarterback?
Drake.
Right.
I think Drake is interesting because I honestly felt that no matter where Drake fell, there was a legit possibility he wasn't going to start this year. So it didn't even have to be the setting of New England. It could have been, hypothetical. Yeah, if he was in New York, if somehow, some way, like
if he got to Minnesota, he would start. Only because he already had that connection with Lou McCown as the quarterback.
That's fair.
Like it just speeds up that process.
Basically, what I'm saying is that he was the least likely of the top tier rookie quarterbacks to start in year 1. I think we felt like we knew Caleb was. We
At
felt
least
like
the ones that we thought were going to be picking the
but we felt Drake was probably going to be the one that's going to sit.
Yeah.
Who's thinking if Michael Penix?
So,
I'm about to say next
Raiders,
Penix.
So do you think
he would have
I don't even got all your answers?
All right.
You think he should start or no?
Oh,
In New England?
Yes.
No.
that's
Halfway through, a couple games in, then he'll get it.
it's tough for me because I would want him to start. I feel like when we talk about reps and Bryce Young, the situation that they threw him into, I feel like it would be more beneficial for the Patriots to throw him in there. But when you think about the offensive coordinator, who the Patriots offensive coordinator?
Alex Van Pelt.
Do we trust Alex Van Pelt? I don't even
No, we don't know. He never called plays before.
Never heard.
He's from the Browns.
Oh, okay.
But
He's been around.
but
He's been around. Okay.
But I think it's interesting because you make that statement, and we are so far away from the days where it was okay with sitting your quarterback, your rookie quarterback. Now, in today's game, obviously Drake is probably going to sit this year, but it's one of those occasions where it's like, man, we gotta play him at some point. Like even Mahomes got in the last game of the season of his rookie year. Like it's you. There's so much pressure.
Like that was because they locked up their.
Well, still, but besides the point, like there's pressure from the fan base. There's pressure from the ownership. There's pressure from a coach that may be sitting on the hot seat. Like,
but we know Drake May's floor is lower than most of these
probably so
top quarterbacks that have been drafted. His floor in terms of his decision making and his
floor is
lower than Bo Nix.
Than Bo?
Oh, okay. That's fair. My bad.
Hey, look,
okay.
It's not lower than JJ.
I was just thinking about I think his floor is lower than JJ's. I think that Drake, because of the risk that Drake May takes, his floor has been lower than
Drake
JJ's.
a lot.
So
I like Drake May.
You still haven't told me. Are you starting?
Oh damn, I hadn't. You right. Oh.
All that, and we don't got an answer.
Don't even know. It's your question.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So I want to start him, but I think he would benefit from being on the bench.
Okay.
So I feel like if the Patriots,
For how long?
just a year.
The whole year?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You got the whole year. You said a couple games. What were you?
You know what? Given their
He should come in midseason.
given their situation, man, you know what? I'm a true believer, honestly, in a rookie quarterback having his confidence shattered if he's thrown into the wrong situation at the wrong time. Like, we've seen it enough. We've seen
Josh Rosen.
talented quarterbacks.
Oh
no.
Hold on, wait. He said talented quarterback
I think
he's a talented quarterback. I think they just did him wrong.
I think
we didn't get the best of the
I think Zach Wilson was in that boat as well. I think they took Zach number 2 overall and they say, go win us some games. There wasn't enough around him. And I think over time it ruined his confidence and it ruined his ability.
I think with Zach, though, what ruined his confidence?
Well, I think with Zach, they had Garrett Wilson. They got Garrett Wilson.
They got Breece Hall.
They had Breece Hall. I think by that
these
point,
guys were
No. But I'm saying, but by that point, then you could say yes, like it just got shattered, even after they got those guys, because I think they got Garrett Wilson the year after he got there. Or was it the same?
Yeah, but you're not expecting that young nucleus to start winning games like that. Like,
no, but it's not just about winning games, but just getting confidence to be able to play in the offense against NFL competition. I think that we saw all of those that year. We saw all those quarterbacks struggle as rookies, and then we saw some of them.
Trevor gets a mulligan,
except for like Mac Jones. Mac Jones was the only one that actually
Trevor gets a mulligan that year.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We all saw them bounce back for the most part. I mean, we saw Trevor bounce back. Mac Jones kind of like was okay, and then everybody else just.
But basically, I'm fine with Drake sitting this year in New England.
So you're saying full year?
Yes, I'm okay with that.
That was where I was.
Yeah. I think they should drop him in. I think they should drop him
in
in at some point during the middle of the season.
You said that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I thought you was going to the line.
Penix.
Yes, I'm next. I have not even given my answer yet. I'm just trying to get to me.
Like,
damn, why can't y'all just always be forgetting about me? It's crazy.
Because hosts never usually get their answer.
Hey, Molly.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, I think he should start immediately.
Okay.
You want them reps?
It's easy for him.
Yeah. No.
The reps.
No. I want him. No. To me, if Drake May turns out to be who I think he'll be, then I think he'll be the second best quarterback in that division.
But do you think he'll be that guy in year one?
No. I have no expectation of him being that guy in year one. But I think that starting the year off as the starting quarterback will help him get there. I don't think there are quarterbacks who I agree with who after year one they never recovered or bounced back. But there are examples of guys who had horrible first seasons who were able to bounce back and become top quarterbacks in the league. So it just really depends on what you think his mental toughness and skin is.
Let me ask you guys this question, right? Let's say Bryce Young struggles this year. Are we going to look back at his rookie year and say, man, he probably should have sat that year?
No, but only because like even though we say he struggled, But he threw more touchdowns than interceptions. At that point, like as a rookie,
That's not the bar.
no. To me, as a rookie, especially when we know that you don't have any weapons, if you have more success in terms of touchdowns than turnovers, I'ma still believe
a little victory.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like we literally, the cover was bare.
To answer your to answer your question though,
11-10.
it was 11-10, barely.
It's fine.
I just
That's crazy.
but I was gonna say to answer your question,
And he was sacked 62 times.
They absolutely need to start. Absolutely need to start him. But it was because everybody was on the same page of okay, we not finna be nothing this year.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Like
team is willing to do that, then I agree. If you are a rookie on a team that's got expectations, that's a different conversation of if they should start.
more context.
And 11 fumbles.
Oh
Shit, man, they ain't no offense.
So let's do the math now. So he had
11 touchdowns, 10 picks, 11 fumbles.
22 turnovers.
No, 21.
21. Sorry, 11 and 10. Sorry, yes.
still not great. Go ahead.
So
No,
mess me up.
but I'm not worried about the fumbles because that's an offensive line issue.
That's not an offensive line.
What?
No.
In year one for him, a quarterback that doesn't know how to take NFL hits. We knew that he's a small guy. I'm like,
You have more leeway, but
That's what I'm saying.
I want him to protect the football.
Yes,
He
but
has
I'm saying that to me, it's just more of a learning experience.
So
If it keeps going,
So when
that's
a
different.
running back,
but it's not an excuse.
when a running back fumbles,
But this is a running back. You're expecting contact.
when a wide receiver fumbles, that's on the line too.
But he's not like this contact. He's not looking.
Listen. All right.
But at the same time, he played football his whole life.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's different.
But I got to move on. All right. So
JJ McCarthy.
How many players do you actually lose?
think about who's next in order. JJ McCarthy, starting or not?
Actually, Penix.
Oh,
Penix, yeah.
I'm sorry. Starting or not?
No.
Just forgot about my guy, but it's
No.
not, he's not good.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a statement.
That's
Bo Nix.
No. We were talking about first quarterback.
He ain't gonna start this year. He ain't gonna start this year, but you know what? It's okay. Because in 2 years,
Now you don't
he's
get
still
listening.
team.
So,
and
JJ.
for him. JJ should start.
Yes.
He should start. Like, go ahead.
Absolutely.
You said yes. You're saying yes. You're saying yes.
Given
Okay.
what's around him,
Unless Sam Darnold just comes out of training camp as
Absolutely
damn
not.
near
given what's given, because again, to me, it's not Minnesota didn't have the particular approach that Chicago or Houston had last year, but what they have around their rookie quarterback, like he can succeed with. I can see someone succeeding with that if they play, at a certain level. He doesn't have to play at all pro, but the fact you got the best receiver in the league, you got a number two in Jordan Addison, you got Hawkinson,
top 5 tight end.
you got Aaron Jones behind you as well. Like this is a pretty
solid offense.
It's a much better setup than what New England has.
For sure.
I think it just comes down to if Sam Darnold can win you a Super Bowl, start him. If not, why are you wasting time on Sam Darnold? That's where my brain is at.
Yes.
I think if you're in a position to go and compete,
Start your future now.
yeah.
Well, that was
Start your future now. Why we got time?
well, if that was the case, then they would have started Pat Mahomes in year 1 instead of
That's different.
No.
How so?
Because that was a playoff team the year before. B, they were giving him one more chance, honestly, to see if he can go further.
See, Alex Smith is better than Sam Darnold.
Of course. I'm just saying, you said that if they could win a Super Bowl, nobody thought Alex Smith was going to win a Super Bowl.
But that's different because he had the
There
job.
was a possibility.
Sam Darnold is
He was a
competing.
contender.
Yes. Thank you. All right. Cool. Now, so you said this. Okay. That's all I needed to hear.
Y'all missed our contention.
I just needed y'all to hear it.
No. These circumstances,
Man, I love that.
there's no need to take away reps from your rookie quarterback with somebody who's not going to put you in a position to win and be better and go further. That's where I'm at. If y'all on the same tier, start the rookie.
There's a contender. So.
Don't.
So again, I think JJ.
all agree.
I think it's fine. It's fine to start JJ this year. Now, what if he gets beat out in training camp by Darnold? Does that say anything about him?
No, because I think that he should get beat up by Darnold. I think it would be a slight on Darnold to me if you can't beat out this guy who's never played.
Do you if you're part of
be able, it should be smooth.
If you're in that front office, do you feel some type of way that JJ couldn't beat out Darnold?
No, because he's a vet. He should be able to. He's been around. He's not just a vet. He's been around, so he should be able to capture.
But he was also about Marcus Mariota.
But he's also a vet who couldn't beat out Mr. Irrelevant.
I mean, when you had your Commanders in there, so there you go.
He couldn't beat out Mr. Irrelevant.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like Marcus Mariota, we wouldn't say that about Marcus Mariota, even though he's a vet.
I don't. If Jaden loses
skill set
to Marcus Mariota,
Sam Darnold has a skill set. I don't think that Marcus Mariota can throw. So yeah,
I'm about to say
you should be able to beat him out. But Sam Darnold can throw the ball.
I mean, not him. He thinks Devontae Smith can still put up numbers with Marcus Mariota.
I mean, just all right.
Anyway,
so
no,
go ahead.
So with JJ McCarthy, if he does lose said job, I feel like the reason why there would be so much, I guess, angst around that situation would be more public pressure than thinking about building out a tangible future for your team.
If he loses after winning it, if he loses the job,
if Sam Darnold starts this year.
Oh, okay. So if Sam beats him out in training camp,
right? If Sam starts this year, the only reason I feel like why this would be a situation where you feel as though you're in trouble is because of public pressure. And I don't think that if you just need a year, for example, if we're thinking about trying to go win a Super Bowl, if all it takes is a year for your starting quarterback, your future, to sit on the bench and you could potentially be set up for a Super Bowl over the next several years, why wouldn't you take that?
I'm just going to start him. Personally, I've seen Sam Darnold training camp. Oh my goodness, he looks good. And then the regular season comes along, and Sam Darnold is Sam.
So here's the question. Here's the question I want to pose though, because here's
painting the picture.
Here's the question that I want to pose though. Not every team has this ability, of course.
That's good on the Panthers with
not every team has this particular ability because of however the structure works or whatever. But I think Houston last year, started a trend. Okay, because we saw a team last year that knew that they were going to get a rookie quarterback, and they, instead of spreading the money around, they basically said, you know what, we're going to do what it takes to give him as much weapons and protection as possible. We re-signed Laremy Tunsil, we re-signed Titus Howard, we brought in Devin Singletary, we brought in the tight end Dalton Schultz. Right. No, but hold on. But you started that trend, right?
What you did the trend of building your quarterback.
The trend of saying we're going, because normally
I don't know if they started it because the Bears did the same thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. They started it last year, and the Bears. I think the Bears looked at that and said, "There's something there." So nobody
thought they had weapons last year. It's just CJ Stroud just did really good with what they had.
Because I remember when we were sitting here discussing who's going to be in a worse situation, Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud.
Yeah,
because I was getting destroyed by that O-line. That O-line was not blocking for that man at all.
Well, for me at least,
for me, Dell would be what takes
no. For me, I felt better about the Houston situation because I
wasn't by a lot.
I knew Thielen was aging.
But we're saying it wasn't by a lot.
They didn't have anything.
Conversation lets you know where we thought.
But at least, okay, so going back to my point, I think Chicago took it to a different level this year.
Yeah.
And I don't think every team is going to be able to pull off what Chicago did because you got to have $100 million, of course. I get it. But given how these two teams have approached their offseason and said, we're going to give him the best situation that we can to our ability, do you guys see this as a trend that a lot of teams are going to continue on down the line?
I mean, they should have. They should have been doing this. I feel like anybody that gets a rookie quarterback, you can't just say, "Hey, bro, do what you can."
Because New England had a ton of money, but New England also didn't.
No, because remember they spent a lot of money. They just spent a lot of money on the wrong people. They got Hunter Henry. And they got Jonnu Smith, and those are two guys.
I'm talking about this year, this offseason.
But they didn't really.
they didn't really pour a whole lot of money into their offense this offseason to help what could be their potential rookie starting quarterback.
I think
they just did it by draft.
Exactly.
Which I like that route as well. Like, I like
you like drafting the assets and having them
grow with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I think it's one of the two. It can't be neither.
It can't be neither, right?
Bryce Young got
neither.
Right. Correct.
Like, say that we already got these blocks here to help raise you. Cool. Either one is fine. You just can't give me nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Nix. Bo Nix.
Yes.
He's the last one on the chopping block here.
Yep.
Oh, I'm cool with him not.
I'm starting.
I'm sorry. Like, I have no other choice.
One.
Like, bro,
or about raising him with his talent. Like, I personally would want him out there with Troy. And I want them to go ahead and build this thing up, and they are going to hopefully be the staple of my offense for years to come. That's my hope.
But they have no better.
Well, I know that's already there.
What in quarterbacks?
What do you mean?
The Bo Nix Troy Franklin connection. That's not that you even if Bo Nix sits half a year, they're not going to lose that particular dynamic. Those guys are always it's going to kind of sort of be like Burrow and Chase. Like, sure, Burrow's not out there, but you know that dynamic is still always going to be there because of their history. They played a lot of football together. So with Bo and Troy, even if Bo sits half a season, I'm not going to worry about, man, he hasn't had 8 games with Troy. He just spent like 2 seasons in Oregon.
My thing also with the Broncos is the fact that they're in a situation where there is no way.
There's no assets.
There's little assets. But I'm saying there's no way Sean Payton can go out to this fan base and say we're starting Zach Wilson or Jerry Stidham. No way. After getting rid of Russell Wilson and making it seem like he's going to bring in a quarterback and mature this quarterback to be the guy, there is no way he can say, "Well, you
kind of can." When I think me personally, I think the fan base were in agreement to move on from Russell Wilson.
I'm sitting
with Zach Wilson.
I'm sitting on the bench.
There's no way.
And I'm learning from Zach Wilson? That's what you're trying to say?
It's no way.
Okay. So parts to that. Because if you want it to be a situation.
But even then, JJ's learning from Sam Darnold, like that ain't nothing to pick the brain of that.
At least Sam Darnold. At the least, you can say, well, man, last year he was with the 49ers, and
who did CJ learn from? Davis Mills?
Nobody. But what I'm saying is nobody thought Davis Mills was trying out there. What we're saying is, there's no way. There's no way you can.
You want Jaden to pick Mariota's butt? Like, man, I got to learn from him.
No.
You should.
We're just saying.
Take from someone who's been in the league and have played in different
thing from that man who's just on the Jets. All right.
Nah.
Okay, if we're talking, I was going to circle back. Zach Wilson. I was just talking about what they were talking about with Davis Mills and people like that.
I mean, Davis Mills has some success.
If I'm the Broncos to sit there and you tell me that you think that it is better for us to start somebody who I just saw what he did on the Jets.
So you
again
versus you just letting me see what the potential is of my young quarterback.
I think in this particular situation, you're bringing in a quarterback, Zach Wilson, who's still on his rookie contract, right? He's still got. He's still
last year, right?
No. He's on. He's going to be in his 4th.
He's still on a rookie contract.
Last year.
He's on a rookie contract.
They didn't pick up 50 off.
This particular situation, I feel like again, if Bo Nix isn't ready and you can give him another year, or even with this situation, considering you have Zach Wilson, give him 6 to 8 games type thing. It would probably be less.
What
Zach Wilson.
if you put him out there?
If you put Bo
I'm thinking if you're able to give him more time,
How you selling tickets? Selling tickets
again. If you're looking at it from a business perspective versus if you're looking at it from a Bo Nix perspective.
If we're being real, I mean, if we're being perfectly honest, to answer your question, what would happen if you put him out there? Well, first of all, I didn't think he would deserve to be a first-round quarterback anyway. So he's already limited as it is. And you want to throw a limited quarterback out on the field with very little assets? Those situations often end in disaster.
Here's my thing: those same limited assets that you're talking about, it's going to be the same in 6 to 7 games. They ain't changing.
So
he just said middle of the season. I'm like, same assets.
So what
changing?
So what my thing is, if with this particular situation, I was talking earlier about, okay, if you can put Sam Darnold in, you can start winning games type thing, right? But that was because the Vikings, with their weapon tree, if you're able to put in someone who is competent, you can compete.
You can
Okay.
The Broncos aren't in a position to compete for shit.
Right. So
Nothing,
that's why I
right?
say just throw him out there.
Yeah.
So that's where my brain is.
So my thing is, it comes down to the confidence thing and knowing your quarterback and understanding if he has a couple games to where he can at least make the right decisions and have be able to be more coachable by getting rid of you're just being bad, and rather than at least you're doing the right things, making the right decisions, and we can coach this. I feel like if you have that window, then it can make your quarterback better in the long.
Because you can go that route, and that's that's fine. If you were to go that route, you want to just say, hey, Bo, we drafted you in the first round for a reason. We want you to be the face of the team. Go ahead and lead us. If you want to go that route, that's fine. But I've seen so many occasions where it's like, man, we're putting this guy out on the field and we don't really have much around him already, and we're expecting to see something from him. And then when we don't see anything from him, he's benched 8 games, 9 games into the season. Now
No.
It didn't happen to Broncos.
No, I'm saying
it happened to Zach.
It did happen to Zach.
No, but I'm saying it won't happen because they literally have nothing, and there were the reasons why they have nothing.
No, but I disagreed with the Jets when they did that. Like, this is what I'm saying. When I say that shouldn't happen, I'm not saying
You felt like they should have sat him.
No, I'm saying they should have never benched him.
Yeah.
Expectations. You guys benching him speaks more about you than it speaks about him.
I agree.
Because you shouldn't have had what he's doing is he's going out there and he's playing ball and he's learning. And you should just be here, sitting here trying to help him learn. Not having an expectation on him to the point where you have to bench this man.
Or even that, even knowing that your quarterback wasn't ready and you setting him up to fail. Knowing that it was more likely for him to get benched than to.
But who is ready? Either way, everybody. Hold on. No. What I'm saying is for the Broncos situation.
Yeah.
Any quarterback that they have, we feel like they're going to fail. Correct?
Any rookie quarterback.
No. Any quarterback they have on the roster. On their roster.
So let me.
Let him fail and learn. Because he's already 23, turning 24. He might as well learn what he can in year 1 and then hopefully grow in year 2.
I think in majority of situations, I agree. I feel like there's still some context that's needed to know your quarterback and make that decision.
Go ahead.
I was gonna bring up Daniel Jones as an example, because Daniel Jones, his rookie year, it was just Saquon. There was no OBJ. Like Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard was his top receiver that year.
Did they have Kenny Galladay yet?
No, they did.
They didn't. I don't think they.
I mean, either way, his first year.
But even if they did, Galladay didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But and then when I kept looking at his numbers, like even looking at Daniel Jones's numbers, that's still his best season. His rookie year, because he put up 24 and 12. He passed for 3,000 yards and 24 touchdowns and 12 picks.
4 touchdown game versus the Bucks.
Yeah, so it's one of those things. To me, it's tricky, man. It's a lot of it does depend on what you have as a franchise. What can you put out there on the field around him? Not everybody can put out a Justin Jefferson. Not everybody can put out a DJ Moore and a Keenan Allen. For some of these quarterbacks, they're going to benefit in certain situations compared to others. But I also think in certain situations, like, man, if you know this guy isn't ready, you can shatter everything about him by just throwing him out there and say, I know you're not ready, but we got to do it simply because we drafted you.
I think the only way that you're not ready is if they just don't know the playbook, which that could be a thing.
That could be a thing.
But if they don't know the playbook, then yes, I would not put both.
Were you ready with putting Josh Allen out there in year 1?
Was I ready? No, but after it happened, I was like, he benefited a lot from it.
You think okay? So
that's why
really?
When I started.
So even if let's just hypothetically say he sat his rookie year, you think he would still be the Josh Allen of now?
I think it may have taken him a year longer.
It's interesting.
I mean, because Josh Allen was a guy though that he played a lot in college, but he just didn't have. No, but I'm saying like he just didn't have the production that Bo Nix had in college.
Bo Nix didn't have great production until he got to Oregon. Bo Nix
that's what I'm talking
Bo Nix also started 60 games, but it was a classic situation of a limited court. You were drafted high. Now Josh is not as to me. Josh wasn't as raw and as limited as Bo Nix is.
No, it was definitely raw. Like
he was passer, raw. No, he was raw, but I don't. But I don't think Bo Nix is going to come anywhere near.
I think Bo Nix is a better passer coming out of college than Josh Allen.
Like
in terms of accuracy, yes. In terms of arm strength, no.
But that's what we're talking about. Like, and that was the thing that why they said that Sean Payton was a great fit for Bo Nix is because Sean Payton's offense deals a lot with their short intermediate routes.
They also said Russell was a great fit.
So
well, look, maybe it's just Sean Payton then.
So
bingo. Now we're getting somewhere. The Doc Rivers of the NFL.
Brought it up, like, to me, with the situation with Josh, like, I felt like, okay, when that offseason came after his rookie year, he had his notebook or big board of all the different things that he failed at that he needed to do better coming into year 2, what he needed to work on in the offseason based off of the games that he played in. And it was like, bro, you ain't got no touch whatsoever on your passes.
Yeah, everybody knew that coming out.
Passes.
Yeah.
How do we fix this? Oh, it's your mechanics. Okay, your mechanics aren't consistent. Like, I feel like that's why I'm like, okay, if you go out and play in these games, we can figure out a lot quicker what your weaknesses are. So when you're in the off season, we can go ahead and focus. But you have to, as a coach and a owner, have the realistic expectation that this man is going out here to learn to be great. Not he should be coming out here
and expected to be great. Gotcha.
You gotta know your quarterback. That's all I'm saying. Like the line for me, understanding, okay, getting those reps and feeling it and seeing defenses, knowing, okay, that this safety could bullshit be with what his coverage is, knowing what a cover 3 look like, knowing what a cover 2 look like, knowing what you need to do versus certain defensive line switches and things of that nature. Feeling it and knowing what you're supposed to do in said circumstances, you have to be ready for that. And you have to also be ready emotionally to take your lumps. And I feel like understanding your quarterback and knowing whether or not he's capable of taking some L's. You know what I'm saying? Not being ready. Like, you have to have a certain resolve for me.
I mean, I get that because I'm like, we've seen a lot of quarterbacks like Joe Burrow didn't have a great rookie year. Like Peyton Manning, not a great rookie year. Like we've seen great quarterbacks that just didn't have, like Jalen Hurts, not a great rookie year. Like we've seen great quarterbacks not have great rookie years and they end up being fine because like Cordell said, they learned from what they did. And then year 2, all of a sudden, oh shoot, now they could be considered one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Like yes, some rookie quarterbacks end up just being good out the gate and then they just keep it going, but most of them do have to learn.
That's what I say, Lamar.
And we also recognize that it's still a considerable risk at the same time. We've seen enough examples starting before they need to.
Cordell said of like being upfront with your quarterback, especially in the type of situation that you're in, saying that, hey, like it's going to be a lot of downtime, but just know this is a learning experience for year 2. And in year 2, we're going to do this, this, and this. And you'll get better at this so we can be better. Like, I think that has to be clearly communicated, not like a, oh, man, well, you just did this and this.
Yeah. And you just chewing him out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, all right. With all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the topic of the day. Till next time, please like, subscribe, share on all socials. Outspoken, say what you mean what you say. I'm Cordell.
Marqus.
E-Rock.
I'm Deuce. Be easy, be breezy, and please take it easy.